Are ready to wash my car. Good morning, you guys. I'm alive. I haven't posted for a while because I've been super duper exhausted lately. And I've been trying to find ways to up my energy, but yeah, I've just been so tired. And we're going to go wash my car. It's been weeks and I've been not getting it washed because I used to pay someone to get it washed, but they didn't do as good of a job as I do, and they were recycling these microfiber towels. It's at this car wash that was the highly rated in Phoenix. So I'm like, whatever, and I'm not gonna pay someone $200, $100 to come to my house to paint or to wash it. So I rather just do it myself. And the way I learned how to do it is at a self car wash. I just don't use the brushes and stuff on the car's paint. I bring my own bucket with water, my own grit card, my own microfiber wash mitt, and kind of a dirtyish sponge for the undersides and the wheel wells. I can't even talk. Wheel wells. So yeah, that is what I do, and it is cheaper if you wash it quick, but I'm just gonna take my time because my car is really dirty. You know it's really dirty when people comment how dirty your car is, so we're gonna get it cleaned. Show you guys what I have in my bucket. I already soaked it. So this is my dirty sponge, and then I have my microfiber mitt in there. So as I wash the car, I keep dipping it in there. And I just do the one bucket method because I really don't feel like dragging two buckets, which is one soapy water and one clear water. So that's what I have.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out, die with my own doubts. Be free with me.
Happy with the car wash. It is done. Now I'm heading home. Gonna get dried off a bit. I'm drenched with sweat, and then get ready to, I think I'm gonna go do a workout. And cleaning the house, just got home, but I've been letting my tires dry, but gonna spray some of this on my tire right now. So pro tip with that is you spray it when it's dry. Then before you drive off, I just like to let it set for 15-20 minutes before I go anywhere, but probably not gonna leave here for a while because I'm still cleaning the house and just getting my life together in general. Alright guys, so I just finished watching a how-to guide on how to make vegan nacho cheese. So we're gonna see if I can attempt this and hopefully it tastes decent. Got our carrots and our potatoes. Got this boiling thing of water. We're gonna put them in there and boil them. So this is what's going on so far. Boiling onion, carrot, and potato. Some nutritional yeast. Gonna measure out half a cup. This is 1/4 of a cup, so I'm gonna need. Probably need to go to Whole Foods today and buy more of this. By the way, this is probably one of the best investments I made. I used to hand squeeze my lemon, but it was taking way too long. This one has a spot for the lime, so you put the lime here, and then for the lemon, so it's like a 2-in-1. So you put it like this, and then you just squeeze. Takes a little muscle, but so the taste is on point, but you gotta know if you use this recipe, and I'll link the description or the link to the video that she shows you how to make the cheese in my description box. But it's on point, but there is a bit of the graininess from the potatoes. If you know what I mean, if you have mashed potatoes or something, there's a little bit of graininess, but it's like the closest I guess you can get. But I know there's another recipe, I think it was Pinterest, using eggplants, and that might give a better texture wise, but it also uses nutritional yeast, which is kind of like vegan cheese, like it has a cheesy flavor to it. This is what it looks like, but yeah, it's pretty darn good for what it is. So the other day I made these vegan flantas, I believe they're called, and I got it from this book I have. But yeah, I'm toasting it. Or I'm not toasting it, but I'm kind of searing it and make it all crunchy again. So here is my all 100% vegan breakfast. Got the flantas that I made. It's from the book The Kitchen. Got it off Amazon, really good ratings. And then I got some chips, and I made this homemade pico, homemade guac, and then of course the homemade nacho cheese. Then I just bought some organic black beans in a can. And yeah. Oh, by the way, I was told by a friend that if you keep the seeds from the avocados in there, it keeps it green. So far, it's stayed green overnight, so I think that works. This is breakfast. Got ulterior motives, and we edit and they're so good. B always comes up with the most catchiest songs, even though we all think it's about Selena. But anyways, heading to the gym, and you might have been wondering what that blue bag is going, why it's going in the trunk. And since I live in the desert, it's already 101 degrees outside. That's why I washed my car early in the morning, and it was like almost 90 degrees, and that felt cool. So I mean, you can only tell by me saying that how hot it gets. It's gonna be around 110 this weekend. But what was I saying? I'm going to the gym, and I put my Mavic in that ice cooler thingy. It keeps things that are cold, so I put a couple ice packs in there so that it doesn't explode, at least the batteries, because I've had my old MacBook Pro explode in my trunk, the battery. The MacBook itself still works, but the battery exploded, and that was due to me leaving in the trunk, and I was new to Phoenix at the time, and I didn't know that things explode when left in a hot car. I thought it was okay because it was off. But yeah, my mistake. And yeah, we're gonna do an arm workout and then possibly go to Sprouts to get some more vegetables. So by the way, so most of you might think or ask if I'm going vegan because I've been eating more vegan foods, and I honestly can't tell you if I am. All I can say is I'm eating more vegan foods to see if it'll help my energy levels. And so far, I've found some pros and cons to the vegan diet. Some cons are that you're constantly hungry. Some pros are you eat a ton of volume of food. And then, you know, some pros are you get more veggies in, more micros in. And some other cons for me would be that I tend to go more often now because I have an ileostomy. It's a type of ostomy, but meaning I have no colon. And I have more output now, more frequent output now that I've been eating more vegan foods. I think because the meat and stuff, it just makes it so the output is more slowed down. So, yeah, it just seems like I have more frequent output. And also some pros is that when after you eat a big vegan meal or just mostly just vegetables and carbs, you don't feel as lagged down as if you had like a huge steak or hamburger or stuff like that. So I feel less laggy. So I don't know though if it's contributing to having higher energy yet because it's been less than a week, but we'll see.
Let's go, let's be free with Not looking back, eyes on the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde, a classic cliche. We're on the run, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out, die with my own doubts. Be free.
Just got done with the arm workout, did a little cardio, and I was surprised how relatively lean I've been because I haven't been counting my macros the past week and my weight stayed the same. So everything's going good, and I haven't been doing that much cardio. Today was like my first cardio session of the week since I'd been so tired, and I just and I've been tired, waking up a little later, and you know, just a lot of things. So I just don't have time, or didn't have time the last few days for cardio. So yeah, felt really good. And now we're gonna do some droning. The secret to droning is I like to find a shaded spot. So one, I stay cool while I'm droning. Two, I can see the screen of my iPhone since that's what you use to see the see what the drone is seeing. So yeah. So I'm a little annoyed with myself right now because I forgot my wallet. And without your wallet, you can't do anything. So I'm gonna have to go to Sprouts later, probably either later tonight or another day. I don't really need anything, I just want some lemons and more avocados, so yeah, let's go home and get a post-workout snack in. Alright, here's the post-workout meal. I have my flautas that I lightly microwaved and then kind of toasted on the pan. And then I have my vegan cheese I made earlier today. It's supposed to be like nacho cheese, but I put black beans in there, microwaved it all together. Then I got my homemade pico, guac, and the corn salsa that we just made. So I'm gonna have some chips and eat this together. Right, you guys, it's now later in the day. It's like 6 something p.m. So I am going to make banana ice cream. It's pretty simple. It's not really 100% vegan because I am adding just normal whey protein powder in there, but yeah, I'll show you some of the steps. So one of the keys to making this successful is using a food processor. This is like a food processor slash blender deal. I got both these pieces off of Amazon. I'll put the link in the description box below because I know someone will ask. But yeah, that is the secret to making a really good ice cream. When I had just a regular blender, I could never achieve the consistency, and I found out it's because, you know, it's the type of blades, and it's also a food processor will work if you have one. So I got some already pre-frozen bananas. I'm just gonna add a few pieces because this thickens up pretty easily. I think like 4 pieces will do. And then I have some cantaloupe that I want to use up. So I'm going to stick a few of these in here. Checking if it's still good. Should be. But this is basically a replacement of almond milk that I usually would put because this isn't frozen, the cantaloupe isn't. And then I'm going to put a little bit of these organic blueberries that I got from Costco. And I froze them myself. So we got everything in here, so now I'm going to put the top on. Okay, so I got it into a smooth consistency, and now I'm going to add my protein powder. I like to get it into a good consistency before I do this. Add half a scoop. And honestly, vegan protein tastes horrible, so at least the ones I've tried taste very grainy. So if you did use the vegan kind, you gotta like mask the flavor with like making maybe more of a sweet fruit to protein ratio. All right, let's do a taste test. Cold. It's really good. Tastes primarily like banana. So try this if you have a food processor. That is like the main thing to making this really thick.